Yeah. No, of course, stress is inevitable, and I will never stand here and feed you some bullshit that you will never get it, or that I have a magic ingredient to stop it, because, well, that would be bullshit. But yes, you can help prevent it, or at least help manage it better at times. And in my opinion, humour and laughter are great ways to help, which is why I was doing a false laugh, because it's difficult to just get yourself to laugh. Humour induces creativity, and research shows that people with creativity and problem-solving abilities are mostly humorous. Obviously, life is full of issues, you can never always be happy, but at least you can change your mood. And today, I'm going to share some ways to help with reducing stress and increasing your problem-solving abilities with a little smile and a pinch of laughter. If you're new to the channel and like personal development, hit the subscribe button, and if at any point you like what you see, then give it a little like. Obviously, if you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, that's what it's there for. Tip number 1, keep smiling. First step is the smile. Keep smiling. It doesn't matter if your smile is fake or real. The key is to smile, and gradually it'll turn into your natural gesture. Then you'll smile without even knowing that you're actually smiling. I know me saying this will most likely cause a little bit of a divide, because some of you are thinking it's fake and not true, and that if you're not happy, then why should you pretend to smile? And I do agree, but to a point that's not about this. This is about being stressed, and the more you smile in adversity, the more it can help with how you see something. This is from my own personal experience. For the last 35 years, I could write a 500-page book on all the things I've done that deserve the cry or a laugh. Bad things, naughty things, funny things, you name it, I've probably done it. Within reason, that is. But why am I telling you this? Well, because one thing I have been blessed with throughout most of my life is the ability to stay calm in almost all situations, good and bad. And in most of the ones where some people stress out or cry, break down, I'd probably smile or take the piss out of myself. That's just kind of, it helps me get through things. And it's not hiding from things, it's just, it helps me get over things sometimes and see things differently. Now, over the past 14 years, I've been fairly immersed with personal development. But for those of you who don't know me and thinking, why should I be listening to you? Here is a study which was from April 2019 of University of Tennessee of Knoxville. The title of this study was "Smiling Really Can Make People Feel Happier." And this was a team of psychologists combined data from 138 studies testing more than 11,000 participants, and found that facial expressions have a small impact on our feelings. And this was research that was conducted over 50 years. But what these guys have done is they've collated all of this to tell us and get, I suppose, a trend on whether it actually does help or not. Some of the data said conventional wisdom tells us that we can feel a little happier if we simply smile, or that we can get ourselves in a more serious mood if we scowl, said Nicholas Coles, who's a PhD student in social psychology and the lead researcher on this paper. But psychologists have actually disagreed about this for over however many years. And these disagreements became more pronounced in 2016 when 17 teams of researchers failed to replicate a well-known experiment demonstrating that the physical act of smiling can make people feel happier. Some studies have not found evidence that facial expressions can influence emotional feelings, but we can't focus on the results of any one study. Psychologists have been testing this idea since the early 1970s. So they wanted to take a look, all of the evidence, and that's how they came to this study. And that was by using 138 different studies with more than 11,000 participants around the world. And that's what this meta-analysis for the facial expressions came back and told us, is that it can have an impact on how you feel. So if you're scowling, then it's going to make you probably feel angrier. If you're frowning, it's probably going to make you feel sadder. We don't want to think that people smile their way to happiness. It can help. So if it can help, then try it. So if you can take just one thing away from today, let that be this: smile more in life. There's two quotes that I'm going to just add here that I think fit nicely here. One of them is Mother Teresa: peace begins with a smile. And then there was another one from a gentleman called Thomas Paine: the real man smiles in trouble, gathers strength from distress, and grows brave by reflection. two really nice quotes that fit in there. And point number 2 now coming up. So look for laughter around you. Stephen Sultanoff, who's a PhD psychologist and professor, he served as a clinical supervisor and is recognised as a global expert in therapeutic uses of humour. And he once told a story about when he drove past a cemetery with his father, and at the end of the street there was written "Dead End." Now, for some people, they might not find this funny nor appropriate, but his father thought it was humorous and laughable. And that's right, happiness comes from within us. Sometimes we ignore small humorous situations with us being lost in our own worlds, but seriously, the world is full of funny moments. We just have to look around, look for a small little happy moment. But what you find funny doesn't always mean that somebody else might find it funny. And that doesn't matter, so long as it makes you smile, it's cool. Okay, so number 3 then is be friends with humorous people. Everyone needs at least one person in their life who makes them laugh. And admit it, people love being around funny people. Being with humorous people releases your stress and makes you feel good. Imagine yourself spending time with someone who is depressed and down all the time. Someone who gets stressed out even for the smallest of issues. Maybe you're spending time with someone like that now. Now, what do you think will happen to you over time? Yeah, you'll turn into that person sooner or later. Remember that story that you read in your childhood where a father keeps a bad apple in the basket with the good apples to show his son how a bad apple can change all the good apples? Your company matters a lot. Find people who like to have fun, joke about and enjoy themselves, and don't take everything too seriously. I'm not saying ditch people you care about that do moan. Everyone needs a bit of help and guidance, but get some balance in life if you don't have that. Okay, number 4, make humour out of your situation. Yes, when you have a problem, you should sort it out. But the best solutions and ways to get over something come with positive emotions. And what's more positive than laughter? The main thing to remember about negative feelings is this: you have total control over how you feel, how you react to any situation and the things you consider at any moment of the day. Exercise your ability to respond favourably. Take responsibility for your role in negative situations and permit yourself to let go of negative emotions that might be trapped inside of you, and laugh that shit out when you can. I know it's not possible all the time, but you would be surprised at how much you can use this. If you fancy a little challenge, then the next time you feel like you are going to get angry or feel a negative emotion coming, just smile and let it do its thing. Well, that is it for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed the content and haven't already, then I would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. And while you're at it, you can give it a little like. If you don't like it, then give it a thumbs down and put some comments about what it is that we could change. Obviously, I can't change my face, so you'll just have to live with that. This has been Richard Rozza. Peace out.